right, so our next movie is Vile, which is 2011 now, or are we still in 2010?
I would think it was 2011.
Okay, we'll double check that.
Yes.
So Vile.
I'm inclined to believe you on that because I am terrible with time.
Yeah, we discussed this in episode 1. I'm better with time, which is why I remember it's episode 1. But
Yes.
Vile, okay. So Vile is about, I'm trying to figure out how I want to start this one. I know that like the bulk of it, I don't know if I necessarily want to start with that because I want to talk about Mackenzie Westmore's role in this is like I'm the blonde woman at the gas station and I'm hot and I'm gonna lure people to the car. And she drugs all of them. No, she gasses all of them. She gasses all of them. She has a gas mask on and she's like, I work for a perfume company. Let me give you samples, because she's asked our main characters who are on some sort of road trip or camping trip.
Yeah.
They're at a gas station and she's like, oh, my car, I ran out of gas. Can you help me? And so they give her a ride back to her car and she's like, oh, thank you so much for helping me. I'm gonna go get some samples for your ladies in the car. And then she comes back and she's got a gas mask on. She does love death metal. I just thought that was really funny because I always used to watch Face Off when it was on the Sci-Fi Channel. So like seeing her outside of contestants was a little jarring, but it was cool. She goes to the car, she comes back, she's got a gas mask on and spray, and they're all out. It reminds me of a time when I was online to see Johnny Marr, and I was meeting up with friends, and I was online by myself. I had come straight from work, was going to Music Hall of Williamsburg. I was online to get let into the venue, and this woman was trying to sell things, and she was trying to sell perfume, and she asked me if I wanted to smell her samples, and for some reason, my mind immediately went to, she's trying to drug me.
She was.
Even though I was on a line with a whole bunch of people on a Brooklyn street, people would have seen it.
That's what was in your heart.
But that was what was in my heart. I had to listen to my heart. And that's what Violet gave me this flashback to. These people come to. They're in a room with some other strangers who have become acquainted with each other, but are unfamiliar to them, and they all find that they have this little mechanism hooked up in the back of their neck, and they have a video that plays that instructs them that they have to torture each other and put each other through immense pain, working together in order to make it out of the house that they're in alive. They have to explore the house and find various items that will up their pain threshold. There is a meter that they can look and see how close they are to unlocking the door to the whole house. What is the time crunch for them? Is it 24 hours?
Yeah, something like that. In 24 hours, a certain nerve toxin will be released.
I've given you all a new piece of jewelry on the back of your heads.
There's 2 tubes linked into the back of the neck. 2 tubes?
Right now. War! We're in the midst of 2 wars all at once.
Linking to the back of the neck, where one of them is clearly there to extract, and something else is there to place something in there. And that's attached to like another mechanism.
Right. So they're being monitored, and eventually this is more of a working together movie because they're not told like, oh, you guys got to kill each other.
Yeah.
And
no, they're pretty much like, for our perfume company, we need this. We need something that exists in your bodies that comes out in extreme moments of pain and anguish.
Yeah.
And it's like a chemical that we unfortunately need to farm, and we don't know of a better way.
Yeah.
And that plot is ludicrous.
It's insane.
But I'm so into it.
Yeah. It works.
I love it.
Yeah, it works. So they kind of figure out a ration system. Things take a little weird turn because one of the characters is pregnant. So she discloses this to a couple of different people, and then it's like, oh, I'll take your share sort of thing.
There's good characters in it.
Yeah, and there's a villain girl who's convinced that there's a guy in on. Well, you gotta have your bitch.
Yeah. She plays her bitch well.
Yeah. She's convinced that one of the other guys is in on it, so she really just goes to town on him, and they kind of render him useless. Like they can't put any more pain onto him because then he'll die. So this is kind of the way that this movie unfolds. There's obviously. They have some problems back and forth where some person will chicken out at the last minute, and then we have our main girl who's pregnant who tries to help her boyfriend who's there by giving him some sort of painkiller, and then it kind of interferes with the drug and the meter, so that kind of fucks them over, and then
and they really have to beat the shit out of him after that.
Yeah,
and he's like, why did you do that?
Right, and then we have the fighting between our villain girl and the rest of the group once they kind of figure out that she's trying to pull some shit and come to terms with that. And then we have a really nice, at the end, when our dude who was beat the most in the beginning actually ends up dying. And he does disclose that he was involved. I can't remember exactly, but he was involved in some way. Or he knew something about the company, and he dies. He succumbs to his injuries, and the girl who's pregnant is the only one who's left in there, and now the door is locked because technically the ration meter is not the ration meter, the pain meter has gone down. Yes. And so she has to mutilate herself in order to get out, and
she goes for it.
She goes for it, and then she doesn't make it out because she goes for it too hard. And then we find out that another guy who was in the group was also in on it, and he tries to...
Yeah, there's a big heel turn in this one.
Yeah, which that's my one complaint with this movie is that I don't think he's strong enough to carry that. He's kind of like this laid back...
Would you think as far as acting-wise?
Surfer dude, and I don't think that his voice carried that well, and I thought that his performance was lacking a little bit, and I understand why they put him there because... Oh, it's shocking. You never would have expected
the
little Sunny Surfer.
Right.
Little Sunny Surfer.
Yeah, that's his name. It's in the credits.
To have been the man who was a part of this operation. But we defeat him, and then we have our dude as our one escape.
Yes.
Because the rest of them are then killed by little Sunny Surfer in the hallway beforehand. But... he gets his revenge on Mackenzie Westmore, and there's that little
that's your hostile tag.
That is very much your hostile tag. But I would say more Hostel 2 tag because I think it's a little bit more humorous than the Hostel 1 tag. I really like this one. This one's a fun time. You can tell that it works really well with the budget that it was given.
Yes. But it adheres to its own rules.
Yes.
And there are twists, but they complement the story. And everything flows and makes sense. And when you have your major bitch of the movie, they really make you earn her getting tortured. And when the time that payoff comes, it's immensely satisfying.
Yeah.
I think everything's built really well in this movie. If you don't like... I do like how they had his voice change when he got out. The little Sunny Surfer.
I don't think it just...
So it's like he was playing a character?
I think that's his performance.
Okay,
I think that's his performance. I just don't think the actor portrayed that well enough.
Okay.
But...
I'm sorry, little Sunny Surfer.
I'm sorry, little Sunny Surfer.
We didn't mean to do this to you.
Yeah. Other than that, I think this is a great time. I really like this one.
This one's a really good time. Yeah. Exactly. Which leads us to End of the World, 2012. Would You Rather? Now, Would You Rather is, I would say, probably the most popular one of this, excluding the Saw franchise.
Which we're not going to be covering
No.
in depth the way that we are with these other movies.
Maybe in the future, though, because those are a really good time for me.
I would definitely
Shout out to Saw 6. It's fucking awesome. Okay, go on.
shout out to Saw the video game. It's not good.
Oh, it's not great. But it's kind of like Condemned. Condemned was a good time.
I didn't play Condemned.
Condemned is pretty much the Saw game,
Okay.
but it's first person. Yeah, okay.
Well, in any event, Would You Rather, I would definitely say, is the most popular, is the most notable on this list.
Yes.
It's still on Netflix. You got Brittany Snow in there, who is a big star for mainstream audiences because of her involvement in the Pitch Perfect franchise,
Jeffrey fucking Combs.
which is the draw for horror fans.
Yes.
He does a fantastic job. And
He truly
for-
does. He hams it up. Yeah, much like David Hyde Pierce in
Yes.
The Perfect Host.
Check out this piece of ass.
I would say not quite as much.
No, it's more grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have...
It's more like John Cleese in Rat Race, honestly.
Somebody once told me the world.
That's a really good comparison.
Same mustache, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also have Bevins the butler, who
Bevins.
is the Polish accountant in Twin Peaks: The Return.
Yes.
And we have Robin Lord Taylor, I think is his name, who is Penguin in Gotham. And
I don't watch Gotham. It's a terrible
I was
show.
on Gotham.
I
as a
chose not to be
background
on
actor.
Gotham.
Okay, it's fine.
Sorry, you got a paycheck. I didn't.
And
My integrity got me nothing.
I got a really good hair look that day.
Oh, nice.
They teased the hell out of my hair. I was conditioning it forever afterwards. But yeah, we also he was also in John Wick 3, I believe.
Oh,
in
really?
Kind of a small role.
No shit.
And he plays a real asshole in this. Very
He
enjoyable.
plays this real well.
And then for fans,
Like asshole son. So he's like is snivelly entitled.
entitled is the
And
perfect response, yeah.
desensitized to all of this,
Yeah.
where Jeffrey Combs still approaches. Well, let's go over the plot.
He's
and then
got
we'll
his
get into,
he's got his morals.
yeah.
He's got his moral code, even though it's immoral. He
Right.
abides by that.
Yes, and I think that's one of the most interesting things about it. But we'll get into that. So,
Well, but
would you
I
rather?
Didn't, I didn't say the most important person in the cast.
Okay, well,
because
proceed.
for fans of the porno,
The porno. Cinestates, the porno.
we have premier
None other
star
than-
actress,
Premiere. Yes.
star actress Sasha Grey.
Sasha Grey. Cheers, Sasha.
Ooh, I'll finish my drink for Sasha.
Don't do it, we're running low on olives. Would you rather? Yes. So, Jeffrey Combs is part of a, almost like a program for underprivileged to allow people to take part in what his, the Lerman, what is it? It's
Something Foundation.
the something foundation, yes. The King's Lerman. What was it? Was it a play that we were going to watch? And then the world ended and then we couldn't go to Broadway?
It's that
King-
the Lemon Trilogy.
Lemon's Trilogy. Lemon Tree Trilogy. Yes. No. So, yes, Jeffrey Combs is his family has a foundation where he just tells people that are in need, hey, maybe our family can help you out. We do this thing. Come on by at this time, at this night, and we'll see if we can help out. It's just a dinner party. We play a game, and if you wind up the winner of this game,
You're taken care of.
you are fucking taken care
And
of.
they don't even say, oh, we'll just fix your problem. They're like, we'll do more than that.
Yeah. They're like, listen up when we tell you we can help.
Right.
So, our main actress,
Brittany Snow.
has a cancer brother, who's constantly just like, oh yeah, what's that? Oh, what are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm just dying. And
He's got cancer. I think he's allowed.
all right, I'll give it to him. Fine. So, obviously there are high stakes for her, and she doesn't have the money to get a certain surgery for her brother. So she
bone marrow
decides,
transplant.
which is a bone marrow
Yeah.
transplant. Yes. She decides to take up Jeffrey Combs on his unique offer, and so away she goes where she tells her brother, "Oh, I'm going out with some friends tonight." And he's like, "Oh, I'll be here." And so she arrives. We meet our lovely cast of characters. There's a trailer park boy, and then there's
a guy from
Community.
One episode of Community.
One episode. What is his fucking name?
I don't know.
I can't remember his name in Community either.
I don't either.
But he's a friend of Troy and Abed's, who Britta tries to date.
Hit me with your genie's bottle.
Hit me with your genie's bottle, rub it all over me.
So good. Okay, so he's in it, and he's helping Brittany Snow. Everybody's trying to work together, and Jeffrey Combs says, "Okay, so here's the game. You can leave now, but this is your last opportunity to leave."
He kind of like eases them into the game
Yes.
where like he makes them think it's going to be hard, but it's still bearable. Where like he tells Brittany Snow, "I will pay you $10,000 right now, or whatever it is, to go and eat the duck or the filet mignon, whatever they have on the plate."
Well,
she's a vegetarian.
It starts that way, but then even before the game starts, there's a mean spirit that becomes very like palpable.
Because there's money involved too.
Right,
yeah.
but it's about when he makes her eat the steak, and yeah, you can laugh like that's funny, like whatever. Okay, like oh, like wow, everybody has a price kind of thing. But then he turns to a recovering alcoholic, and
who is the conspiracy theorist of the group? He is there to investigate what he thinks becomes true, is proven true. It's either Cal, the black guy, or the guy from Community tells Brittany Snow. I think it's the guy from Community, because he's a little bit closer with her character. We'll get into that later. He says, like, "Oh, I'm going to sort of give you the rundown of everybody in the room."
yes,
And he points him out and says, yeah, he's here to investigate some weird happenings that he thinks is going on with the game, or illegal doings that the family is. The Lambrook? They might be called the Lambrook.
the Lambrook Foundation. That sounds familiar.
That sounds correct.
Yes, so he's a recovering alcoholic, and he's challenged to have a sip of, or finish a glass of wine. And when he says, "I'm not doing that, I'm a recovering alcoholic," he goes, "Okay, $10,000 to finish that glass of wine, or if you finish this entire sifter of cognac, I think it was, then
brandy
maybe, then you get $50,000." So before the game even starts, you're already getting like, oh, this is kind of weird, and then you're just like watching spirits break. And then you're watching John Cleese / Jeffrey Combs, squirming with glee as he starts to familiarize everybody with what's about to happen. Once that occurs, because he offers them a chance to get out and they don't take it, he goes, "All right, bring in the World War II electrocution machine." And then our alcoholic, World War I maybe. Nobody really takes the opportunity, which they wholly regret, when the doors close, and then Bevins, our favorite British butler, brings in. He's British, right?
He's British. He's a former MI6 interrogator.
Yes,
I think they say
that's correct. Brings in like a World War I electrocution machine, to which our now very drunk conspiracy theorist stands up and goes, "Welp, that's about enough for me. This is fucking insane. I knew this shit was happening," and then just gets blasted in the face.
Because they said, you had your opportunity to leave.
And nobody took that. Now we have an old woman strapped to the table, who's like not completely there. There's a little tease of her in the beginning also.
Yeah, she's in a wheelchair.
Yes. That's really all there. But so now everybody has to work together. And everybody starts trying to create partnerships and friendships and be like, hey, we can all do this together, and leave it to fucking Sasha Grey to be like, nah, gonna electrocute this old woman. And, this is one of the best ones in this weird subgenre that really does stay the course.
All the way through.
All the way through. you're promised something, and that's exactly what you get. And I feel like a lot of movies with this similar script that we're always looking for, I feel like they might be afraid to accidentally remake Would You Rather. And that's why they go that course.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Obviously, every single scenario is a Would You Rather. Would you rather stab your partner on the right in the thigh with an ice pick, or give this one guy that's gotten 30 lashings another 3 lashings? And so there's games that are played, and then each round gets worse, and then everybody just starts kind of fucking dying. And there's a breakout, and then that leads to one of I think the most interesting aspects,
Which is when Brittany Snow runs off.
Yes.
The Penguin from Gotham.
Yeah, we're warned of his
Instability and inability to follow the rules.
Yes, but also his backstory, or something that's happened in the past.
Right.
That he didn't behave himself last time
Right.
that this occurred.
And Jeffrey Combs tells him, you got to do it this time.
Yes.
And of course he doesn't do that. And he runs off after Brittany Snow, after a diversion is created by our community friend.
Yes.
And they try to overcome everybody in the room, and I
Some
think
end up
they
dead.
Succeed. Yeah, I think they do succeed in shooting
Cal
a couple
gets
of the...
murked.
Yeah. Well, some of our friends who are actually in the group die, but I'm pretty sure they succeed in killing one person who's kind of personnel.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the point where they're about to exact revenge on Jeffrey Combs. And
There is a Scatman Crothers.
He pulls out a gun. Oh, yeah, there is. This one isn't as bad, to be honest with you. I kind of get this one a little bit more because it's our friend who is the doctor of Brittany Snow's brother and is the one who puts her in this situation to begin with. He says, meet my friend Jeffrey Combs, who helped me out once and can help you out, and I
Right.
can vouch because I was in a very similar position and they took care of me. And then he kind of says to Jeffrey Combs, I don't know if she's the right one, and Jeffrey Combs is like, no, stop, she is perfect. And
Exactly like that.
then he's stop. He starts searching through files away from the house, obviously, on his own, and then he breaks in and tries to help Brittany Snow, and Bevins is like, nah, and shoots him. But before this, Jeffrey Combs is Penguin from Gotham. Jeffrey
Yes.
Combs is also on Gotham. I totally forgot about this.
I didn't know that.
For only a couple episodes, I think. But
Oh, fools.
he goes after Brittany Snow.
Yeah.
He tries to rape her.
He
Brittany
tries to
Snow,
embark in a rape.
Yeah. Brittany Snow gets away, and Bevins finds her and seems a little bit more...
She fucks him up. She like stabs him in the thigh or something. Yeah.
But Bevins seems very apologetic about this when he gets her, and then he brings her back to the room, and he explains to Jeffrey Combs what happened, and Jeffrey Combs is just floored. He's just
He's
so horrified by what happened, and goes over to kind of like give her a nice shoulder pat.
Well, no, he
apologize.
He turns his whole body away from the table, and he makes it a very personal, sincere moment.
Right.
Which is what we were saying is one of the most interesting things, character aspects in the movie, or moments. And he whispers gently in her ear so nobody else can hear, and he says he's deeply, truly sorry for what his son has attempted to do. He gives a little bit of an explanation about the story of his wife and how the son hasn't been the same since. And even in this horrible scenario where they're like, we need to get away, these psychopaths are going to kill us, there's that moment where him being so sincere is also a very disturbing thing for her, and she takes it as such, which is, I really like that moment.
Right. And like we were saying before, he has his own code of ethics.
Yes.
He says to his son, you're not allowed to touch them. You're just supposed to observe them, something like that. So, yeah, I do like that for his character. It sets him apart from somebody else who would just be like, chaos, And to talk
Or
about,
like a mustache twirling Snidely Whiplash character. Right?
And to briefly reference Saw with Jigsaw there, where it's like
He has a code.
right, exactly.
Right.
The code is, you know, these people aren't living their life to the fullest, and they're taking everything for granted.
Yes.
And that's what it is. So it's cool to see that.
Actually, there's a whole situation with him and Amanda. We're not gonna get into Saw. We're not
going to talk about Judy at all.
Okay, go on.
We're not gonna get into
We're not gonna get into
Jigsaw
Saw
specifically.
3. I think it's Saw 3.
Saw 3 is where it starts to really go downhill sometimes.
Yeah. Well, we'll discuss it. Our full Saw episode coming soon.
But yeah, Sasha Grey is not my favorite villain in this. It's not that I don't like the idea of her. I just don't think that she does it well, and she has some sort of weird accent that she tries to put on for this.
I think it's just her trying to be serious.
Don't y'all get it? We're in a game.
Like Annie.
But what's really interesting about her character is the way that she actually dies at the end. So she's telling them.
That's fun.
She's telling them all the way from the beginning, don't you get it? As it just perfectly
Yeah, it was exactly
impersonated her. She's
That's
in
even
it to
better
win
than
it.
Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah, she's in it to win it. She figures out, yeah, this is what I got to do in order to get this money, and that's it. I'm gonna put my all into this, and she has one weakness because she's taken it. When she gets stabbed, she'll scream, but
that's another thing that I really like about that.
What?
Is she gets stabbed, but she, like, I don't know if it's in the character or it was her idea or whatever, but
she says, "You scratched me."
she says, "Oh, you bitch, you scratched me."
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't even give you the satisfaction of thinking that she got stabbed.
I
like,
took that the opposite way, though. I took that as Brittany Snow wasn't putting her all.
no, because it
into
wasn't Brittany
yeah.
Snow. It was old woman.
Okay, well, that old woman then.
So then she elbows the old woman in the nose.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, well, I mean, like, the old woman, she's in a wheelchair and she's old. It's
Yeah, but she
very
went
conceivable
for
that
it.
she wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it gives you the audience, like, it doesn't give you the satisfaction.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you bitch, you scratched me. It's like, oh, she didn't even get fucking stabbed.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
I like that a lot.
But her one weakness is that she is given that you have cards at the end, like chance cards sort of thing, and you can take a chance card or you can spend 2 minutes in a bucket full of water with Bevins holding your head underneath, and you have to...
Fuck that.
Yeah. And so she decides to take her chance card, and she gets 4 minutes underwater, so she drowns. But she has a very specific aversion to this and doesn't take that initial 2 minutes because her daughter was drowned by her husband. That's really kind of personal to her, which I do like that that's her one little weakness, and that's what drives her home in the end. It does seem
It humanizes the character more too.
Yeah, in her final moments. It does seem like most of the deaths are rushed in the
I would say
last
so.
20 minutes or so. You got Trailer Park Boy.
I don't think that one's fair. Like, it just,
No, it's
There's a couple
definitely
things
not.
near the end that it's just like, oh, third act, make it quick kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it gets the wrap up treatment. But I think it still, like, successfully barrels towards the ending of the movie. It gives you a fun conclusion to the game. So you get the fucking game. Thank you. And then it gives you a nice little fuck you ending, which she comes home.
Coming.
You do, but a lot of movies wouldn't go that route, and I like that's the Mist route, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Mist has a fantastic ending, and kudos to Stephen King for admitting that the movie ending is better than his novella.
Yes, because it is.
Totally is.
Yeah. Yes. So she gets home. She wins the game. She kills in a moment of testing her humanity. It's leave right now with nothing and your new friend that helped you get through this whole painful, horrible experience, or kill him at the table, take the money, fucking save your brother. and in more ways than she even knows before that, I would say, right? Yes. So, obviously, humanity's for suckers. She shoots Community Man in the fucking heart, and he dies.
But she shoots him as he's starting to tell her his
About
life
he has
story.
2 sisters.
Like, I have sisters. Hey, come on. Like, this is where I'm coming from. And she just ends that before it can get to a point where
Yes.
her humanity kicks in, because she's easily one of the nicest people there, but it's still like she's orphaned.
Yes.
And she had to quit school to come and take care of her brother, and she's been rejected from job offers in her hometown, which is why she's jumping at the opportunity to go to this dinner party.
Right.
So it's that much more devastating when she comes home, and lo and behold, her brother has taken a whole bunch of pills.
I really like this shot because as he's in the mid, like it's completely over the shoulder of Brittany Snow, and that's her name, Brittany Snow. Mm-hmm. It's completely over the shoulder of Brittany Snow, and you're getting this moment of Community Man. God, I wish we had his name, and
Johnny Whitworth.
yes, Johnny Whitworth. There he is. And he's pouring out his soul, telling her, listen, like, this is my life. And you don't see anything happening with Brittany Snow, and then there's just that gunshot. So it really does come as in a surprising, well-placed moment for that to occur.
Yeah.
And which is then surrounded by her breaking down because, oh, I've killed a man and I've won. So there's a ridiculous roller coaster of emotions while everybody's just clapping and laughing along, and Jeffrey Combs and Bevins are having the time of their life, and a man is dead at the table, and it's just it's a really solid finish there. So she leaves in a limo. Her brother will be taken care of. They found a donor.
Immediately.
Everything's all going to be taken care of. She's sitting in the limo, clutching her bag of money, just going through what kind of life can I live now, but at the same time, it'll be one with my brother. And she gets home, puts the money down, gets ready, takes a shower, goes into the room, and finds that the brother has killed himself in her absence. And it's like that. It's like The Mist. It's like a Serbian film. It's like those major unnecessary gut punch endings, which I love so much.
Yeah, definitely.
Solid time. Would you rather? It withstands the test of time of 2012.
For sure.
Yeah, good time.
Light the fuse!
Which leads us to Among Friends.
I need another drink for Among Friends.
Fair. Oh no.
All right. Cheers to Among Friends.
Cheers to you doing the best you can with Among Friends.
That's a good one.
Ah, yes.
That's a very vodka-y boy.
We needed this for this movie. Blaze Doll, explain why.
Okay, so Among Friends. This is a movie that centers on an 80s-centric dinner party that takes place in modern times. I believe we're in 2014.
Sure.
I think we.
Oh, well, the actual date of the movie?
Well, the year that was
Yeah.
released, it's 2014. We have a pretty LA cast of characters, I would say.
Oh yeah.
And some
Definitely Hollywood.
Yeah, some familiar faces in there. We got AJ Bowen, who is a fantastic actor. We love him in You're Next. We love him in A Horrible Way to Die, the same way that we love Amy in both of those movies.
Indeed.
From Bitter Feast. And he's been in a few other things. I Trapped the Devil most recently is what I saw him in.
I watched that movie 13 times.
Which is a good one, very Twilight Zone-esque. We've got Dead Knight that he plays a small role in. It's a pretty good time. So we've got him, our director Danielle Harris, who none of us should have to explain to horror fans who she is and the weight that she carries. She's great. And I'm trying to think of, I don't think we knew anybody else.
Michael Biehn.
That's right. Yeah, well, but he's more of a cameo. That's
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah.
That really doesn't count. But
If it had more Michael Biehn, it would have been great.
Kane shows up.
Kane does show
Hodder.
up as the limo driver, yes.
Yes.
Kane Hodder.
So we have our friends going to
It's like a
one's
real dick for no
house
reason.
for yeah, he's weirdo.
In the movie.
Yeah.
Don't strangle us.
Not in real life. They all gather in this limo to go to their friend's house for this dinner party where they're going to do an 80s murder mystery centering around an 80s prom theme. And they're all dressed to the nines in their 80s prom attire. Some of them have hair pieces on.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them just tease their hair, really tacky makeup. They go the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
They do a pretty good job. Actually, not even a pretty good job. They do a good job in this
swell,
department.
yes.
It's a good job. They arrive at their friend's house. One of their friends is missing. They ask where she is because she wasn't picked up in the limo, and they get this kind of vague answer, and
They're let on that it's part of the game more.
Yeah. Because one of the friends was murdered, so they don't really know who did it. So one of them is obviously the murderer. The other of them have to put together the evidence and figure out who did this.
Yeah.
And they go through the house and they find a fake hand and this and that.
An ear, they
and-
find fingers. Yeah.
Right. And then they all reconvene back at the dinner table where they are served drinks. And after a series of interactions amongst each other and their host, they realize that they are paralyzed from the waist down. And it turns out that they have been drugged through their drinks.
Britannia?
And I don't remember.
Hold on.
God bless
Jesus
you.
Christ, okay. I wanted to hold on to that. That was more important than anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Can't lose that drink.
No. Okay. Hold on.
You're gonna get the snot on camera. Subscribe to Top Cult's OnlyFans for more blowing nose shots.
One lucky winner will receive this tissue by mail. USPS first day.
So,
Yes.
they realize they're paralyzed from the waist down. Sort of freaking out. Very much freaking out. And they're questioning their friend, and she's kind of playing it coy at first. Oh,
As coy as she can, yeah.
This is all just part of the game. It's gonna be fun. And they're obviously not okay with this at all. And as things progress, as their conversation gets a little bit more frantic and let me out of this, aggravated, attacky sort of conversation,
Yes.
all directed at the host, that's when they realize that, okay, she does have sadistic intentions here, and
Yeah.
she's going to have them play a game where the rules aren't quite as well defined as they should
It's
be.
not even that they aren't defined, it's that they constantly change and
And I
they're-
think we're meant to believe that's because of the character, that she wants to be that type of way, but
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
or that she's mentally unstable, but it just provides for an unclear experience. And
The writing's too easy then.
it's too easy and it's cheap and it's muddled.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get behind something that won't define itself or refuses to define itself. So
Right. And so they have their secrets revealed one by one to their group of friends. Some of them know some of these secrets already.
Unfriended did it better.
I don't like the ending of Unfriended, though. I don't like that it's all because of a
The
ghost
sharding?
that shit her
Oh,
pants.
you kidding me? That's what drove it over for
I
me.
do think that it's a very well crafted movie with the Uvu conversations or
Right.
Skype. I think it was Uvu actually.
Maybe. But yeah, it's... Oh, no, I think it is Skype because it has
What
the...
happened to
Ba,
Uvu?
ba, 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 ba. Yeah, it is Skype. Yeah. See, I love that. I love that it's like a well done, well crafted movie where friends are turning on each other, and then it all amounts to one elaborate poop joke. I'm all about it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I will say that that compared to Searching, I think that does it's all on a computer way better than Searching does. I think that Searching at times kind of honed it in on there.
Searching was fun. It just
Searching was a Law and Order episode.
Yeah. Searching was fun. It just it did a couple of things that broke its own realism and broke the feel to it. Whereas Unfriended feels pretty authentic the whole way through.
Yeah, there was the Deborah Messing heel turn there in Searching is really messy.
I don't
and
like that at all.
It's got a lot of holes in it.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that was as groundbreaking as everybody said it was. I remember that year everybody praising that, and I remember comparing it to Unsane, not because they have similar plot, but they both came out in the same year, and Unsane was all shot on an iPhone. I'm like, you want to talk about technical feats?
Right.
This is the better movie. So back to Among Friends. You can tell how much we really want to talk about Among Friends by just mentioning 3 other movies.
Anything to get us off topic. Please.
But yeah, so the rules don't really seem to make sense.
What's that? Yes, we did watch Butt Boy. Anything to not talk about Among Friends.
Butt Boy. 12 stars.
Yes.
One of our people in this friend group is on shrooms, so she gets a little nasty. The host tries to pit them against each other, so she'll ask her, "Oh, should I cut this person's hair?" And she'll be like, "Do it." And then, of course, the haircut turns into a scalping, that sort of thing.
Not as successful as Bone Tomahawk scalping.
No. It's, I will say that the gore looks good for this movie. The lighting is really bad, and I don't think that that's a budget
From the first
issue.
shot, the lighting is horrendous.
It's just somebody did not know how to light on this movie, which doesn't make sense because Danielle Harris knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I mean, but she's not in charge of that. That wouldn't be her that wouldn't be her field.
For sure.
So we're not slighting Danielle Harris. I mean, directing-wise, it's a competent film made.
Sure.
I don't think she wrote it, so I don't think we're trashing her. So I don't think I have to apologize to my 14-year-old self who loves Halloween 4, who will die on this hill. Halloween 4 all day, and it's because of the Danielle Harris relationship. Anyway.
Yeah. It's just, this one really falls apart. Their friend who was missing, who you kind of start to suspect, oh, she was murdered. It actually turns out that she was upstairs the whole time. She had come to her host because she wanted to confide in her about an abortion that she was having. Also, the friend who is the host here was a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Something like that.
This is all revealed with 20 minutes left to go of the movie, by the way.
And so she comes out, and it turns out that A.J. Bowen's character has raped her when they were both extremely drunk. And the girl who was on shrooms, she's A.J. Bowen's sister in this movie. She had known about this. She'd overheard. And instead of interjecting and stopping this from occurring, she just walked away from the door while it was closed, overhearing it, and just walked away, and then that was it. And so this is kind of the host's whole thing here, is calling out this group of friends for not really being good friends to each other and keeping these things from one another. Yeah, she's moving away, so she doesn't give a shit. This is her goodbye party, and in more ways than one. And she's basically just showing them all what shit people they are, and the rape is inexcusable for sure. But then there's also like there's
a dude
something
jerked off while two
that's
girls
fucked up. But then there's
kissed.
there's one friend in the friend group who actually says, I didn't do anything bad here. You know, why? You have secrets on everybody else. You have no dirt on me. Why am I here? And her excuse is, well, you introduced me to these people, which is a funny joke. It's a
cute.
funny throwaway line. But yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, you didn't deserve to be here. So some of the crimes really aren't that horrific when you think about it.
Right. It's cute. It's a cute line, but then it like makes it, I feel like it takes all these other horrible offenses and it makes them less impactful because they're acting as if, oh, you introduced me to these people and that's just as bad as all of these other crimes.
Yeah, and it's not like it builds. It's not like, here's the crime that... It's not like Would You Rather, where it's like, eat the duck, you vegetarian.
Bitch.
And, then,
Yeah, right.
and it builds from there and just gets increasingly more intense. This is just kind of whatever she throws at a wall. at any
Right.
given
So
moment.
sometimes it's something really horrible, and then there's sometimes it's like whatever, and then like yeah. Giving credit where credit is due for this movie, I will say, it is a wise, maybe clever. I don't know how much I want to throw around that word for this movie right now. It is a clever decision to have the sister of and the not rape apologist but rape just causer. What would you say? She didn't do anything. She walked.
sister?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know what word you would use.
Bystander. I'm
But,
not.
yeah, the
I
rape
don't-
bystander.
I don't know what you
The
would.
rape stander.
Oof.
Yeah.
Folks.
So, it is clever to have this sister who listened to the rape and didn't do anything, be zonked the fuck out on drugs for most of the movie, to not be able to emotionally play a part in the story until the deciding moment where you are handed all of the information about what everybody's crimes are, including and especially hers.
Yeah.
So that's one thing it's got going for it. It's a
Yeah.
smart screenwriting decision.
Yeah. I absolutely hate her drugged out scene where Michael Biehn makes his cameo and Danielle has her cameo and
Danielle
Halloween
Harris
attire.
is in fucking Halloween 4 attire. It's cute because the girl's tripping on shrooms and but it's cute for a second, but that scene becomes unnecessarily abstract for anybody who's ever fucking taken mushrooms. And it goes on, I want to say like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I want to over-exaggerate and say 30, but it is fucking long, man.
well, so here's the other thing too is that she's the actress. I think maybe there's a couple of them that are actresses in that group, but she's the actress of the friend group, and she is imagining herself in a movie, that this whole thing is a movie, and then somebody comes out and says, why do you have this person in as my stand-in? She looks nothing like me. And then they're trying to eject her from the table.
Right.
And she's stuck in her seat because she's drugged and she's paralyzed.
Yeah,
there
but then
and
they
she
make it
can't
like she's
move.
shooting this movie, and it becomes unnecessarily abstract.
It's
and
just yeah, exactly. It's unnecessarily abstract, like you said, and it's just it's a mess. And I really hate that scene. And then the end is our friend who had the abortion comes downstairs, figure out what's going on, and disarms the host there, ties her up. All of her friends are yelling at her to untie them, let them go. And
yeah, she's just there. Like, she's been there the whole time, and she's not dead. But like, it's just like, it's unclear what Bernadette.
yeah,
Nailed it. Bernadette.
Yeah, good job.
Hey, score 2 for Kyle's memory. Yeah, it's unclear what her whole fucking plan was, because you have her friend that she's trying to say, look at what awful things you did to your friend. Like, she's just lying, dying in a bathtub. So it's like, what are you doing for your friend?
Yeah. But she comes down and they start to kind of get really
They're just shitty.
unnecessarily
It's just not smart.
agitated with her. Yeah, it's not smart. And then so she freaks out and says, "Oh, you guys were all right."
Bernadette was right to fucking do this to you, and you don't deserve to be taken out. And
Right.
Going back to the trip scene, it's so over the fucking head, and it drags on, and it's so long to the point you're just like, we get it, but it lasts at least 8 more minutes, and it reminds me of like Mother. Like, it's like, we fucking get it, dude. Like, you're not blowing our minds here.
The problem with Mother is that Aronofsky went, "You guys, I just read the Bible. Have you read the Bible?
And then he smacks you in the face with the
Tell
Bible.
you about the Bible." And
like
then he makes
30
this movie.
times. Do you get it?
He's like, it's a metaphor. You see? He turns into, do you see? This is me at the Grand Canyon from South Park. but about the Bible, and
Yes.
it's not a good movie.
Yes, I see.
But yeah, so our friend here,
Visually and cinematically, it's a feat. Blah blah, whatever. Great performances, but fucking
it's
god
not
damn.
it's not even visually a feat.
There's some really great shots. There's like there's a whole 360 shot. Then there's a really long shot. They're like when everything starts going like, oh, time is going fast. Now there's a war. Now the baby's dead, and there's all the shit, and like there's riots. There's some really good shots, and like credits due. But I fucking was so miserable watching that goddamn movie because it was just so. It was just so brutally obvious. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Especially from him.
Sorry, Darren.
He gave you a lot of money for Noah.
He gave me a lot of money for Noah. That was a good time. Anyway, everybody got fucked up on that set. Proceed.
In any event, so yeah, she says Bernadette was right, our friend there, and she just decides to leave them all there, and then it just ends. They're all just tied to chairs forever, and it just feels like
it's like a jump scare finish. It's like a creep show jump scare finish.
Yeah,
where it's like an animated version of that character. It's like a cardboard cutout almost, and it's like placed, and then there's visual effects, and then just immediate credits. And god damn it, dude. Yeah, I did not enjoy that one. That's my least favorite. Sorry, Danielle.
I would say that I still like this one more than Hunger, just because we got our familiar faces here, but I don't know.
AJ's great.
It was
Even though he
easier
rapes.
for yeah.
We didn't want AJ to rape. AJ.
This one at least has things in there where it was easier for me to have fun with it and laugh at it and just be, this is so absurd, this is so stupid. And even though I thought it was stupid, I was like, all right, I'm not mad at this. Hunger made me legitimately mad.
Yeah, I still don't get that, but I wasn't legitimately mad at Among Friends, but I was just I wanted it to end. Yeah. Sorry.
What did you do?
Among Friends.
We got one more film.
We got one more film. And it just so happens to be my favorite one. Our review for Cheap Thrills is coming up next. Scene. Where were we? Oh, yes. Cheap Thrills. Cheap Thrills. What? No! Cheap Thrills. Cheap Thrills is about two friends who have lost track of each other through the years. Estranged friends. One starting his life with his girlfriend, wife.
The good old wife-girlfriend.
The good old wife-girlfriend.
Interchangeable.
Yes, I think it's wife though.
Yeah, because he has a baby.
Yeah, and he has a
Not that
baby.
you can't have a child out of wedlock.
No, it's doable. It's okay. This is still America. Yes. So, and he just got fired. He's down on his luck, and he's about to be evicted with his wife, and things are not looking well for him. Where he goes into the bar to have a drink, winds up running into his friend, Ethan Embry, by the name of Vince. Pat Healy is our main protagonist. Yes, all by the name of, I want to say it is Vince, and box says Craig.
See, I wouldn't
Yes.
remember that. I do remember that Sarah Paxton was Violet. That's all I remember.
Okay. I don't remember who, and David Koechner's in Nelson. I don't remember what his name is.
Yeah.
Yes, but yes. So he runs into his friend Ethan Embry, and they have a couple drinks, start catching up, and they run into David Koechner and his lovely wife, who are celebrating her birthday, and everything starts out innocent enough, like all these movies tend to. and little bets here and there. You slap that waitress's ass and you can get, I'll give you $500. Get this guy to punch you and, that's $1,000. And the number starts growing where eventually David Koechner says we're going to bring it back to my place through the means of Pat Healy getting punched in the face by a bouncer.
At a strip joint.
At a strip joint, yes. It suddenly becomes clear to both of our friends that there are different means to this gathering. And now they have to start outdoing each other for more heaps and heaps of cash. And when that happens, true animalistic feelings start coming out, neglect between friends, and the past starts being brought up.
Nobody told you to drop out of high school. You could have done anything you wanted, but you didn't want to work for it.
You have very real, fleshed out characters between the two friends, and that relationship is interesting the entire way through. It starts to descend into a game of one-upsmanship in the most terrible, violent, animalistic ways.
If I gotta cut my pinky off for that, fuck it, I'll do it.
Eventually, things are horrible, and everybody hates each other, and everything falls apart in a wonderful, bloody conclusion. People have to cut their fingers off and then cheat on their wives and all kinds of things. And yeah, I really love this one. It's a very dark comedy with great characters. Pat Healy's fantastic in it. Ethan Embry's really good. David Koechner plays a nice sadistic antagonist.
Ethan Embry's really underrated.
He is. I would agree.
He, we know him as the little goofy kid from Empire Records, first and foremost, but he does a fantastic job in The Devil's Candy.
Yes, he does.
And he's got a cute little role in The Guest. I'd love to see Ethan Embry in more shit.
Me too. This is a very good role for him, though.
Yeah.
He plays it very well, and there's a lot for him to unpack and explore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels real when it has to, and there are times where it's clear that the movie knows what it is, and so you have fun with it, like people breaking into people's houses to take shits on their rugs.
Right, and their daughter waking up in the house to just get shed.
Yes. And then to the point where one of the friends loses this challenge, so then he kidnaps a dog, and he's just like, all right, I'll kill the dog. And they're like, what the fuck, man? That's not what we want at all. And so you're constantly playing with, like, where is the line, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. I do really like the Ethan Embry and Pat are in the bathroom at their apartment, and Ethan Embry gets the idea that they have all this money in their safe and he's going to rob them.
Yes.
And Pat Healy's really kind of reluctant. He doesn't want to go through with this, and Ethan Embry just kind of coerces him into it because he's down on his luck.
It's happening one way or the other.
Right. It's happening one way or the other. You can help me or not, and you can get a cut of this, and I know you need it, sort of thing. Because he's expressed to him, yeah, man, I'm about to get evicted, and I have a baby and my wife, and It was definitely obviously a more selfish thing. Like that's his reason to draw in Pat Healy, but at the base of it, it's for Ethan Embry. For sure.
Yeah, so
and he wants that help. He wants that aid to I guess the idea is that Violet isn't going to be putting up much of a fight, but he
says all you got to do is just grab Violet.
Right. Yes. You just got to grab the girl, and then of course, things go haywire, and that's
it's cute. It's how everything goes south is you just kind of get a little glimpse at a photo of David Koechner's character who's now being held at knife point, of like winning 7 taekwondo trophies and everything, and then like it's just like a one cute little funny realization, and then suddenly the arm's twisted and in the back of him and in a hammerlock, and then like he's shoved up against a door, and Koechner's whole I hope it's Koechner. I hope it's not Koechner.
I think it's Koechner.
Okay. The correct pronunciation is David Koechner. Koechner's whole reason in Persona is this needs to go down the way that we need it to go down tonight. So he's willing and very very into forgiving and pretending that this entire robbery scenario didn't
Never
just
happened.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a lot of fun because he plays that off fine, and suddenly everybody's friends again, and they really should have thought twice about that, because what would be the reason why somebody would continue to hang out and want you in their house, if not to bring you absolutely horrible bodily harm and torment.
Right.
Yeah.
But they still play it off in a way where it's a party gag and, oh, we're just all drunk having a grand old time. It still doesn't feel sadistic the way it does in Would You Rather or any of these other movies. It almost feels warm.
There's
in
a very
some bizarre way.
There's a very dark turn when Pat Healy decides he has enough money to provide for his wife and he's leaving. And he decides he's leaving when Kochner and his wife leave. And so he leaves, and Kochner comes back, asks Ethan Embry, where is your friend? And he said, oh, Craig just left, so now it's just me in the game. Now I can win more money. And in that moment, the whole buddy-go-lucky David Kochner is gone. And he's like, oh, well, we really wanted it to be that. And, like, everybody's so upset and depressed by this that the next words out of Kochner's mouth are, you want to keep going? Cut off your finger. And it's that major tonal shift.
Yeah.
And
well, these are people who have so much money and they've seen the world and they talk about what they've seen and what they do on a regular basis. So this is their cheap thrill. This is what's giving them the adrenaline rush, because when you have that much at your disposal,
what can you give the woman that already has everything for her birthday?
Yeah, and that's what she wants.
She wants to pit two people against each other, and then they want to bet on which one will come out on top, which is the spoiler, the direction everything is leading in. Mm-hmm. And with this, you get some really genuine moments between the two friends. There's a feeling of remorse and a respect, and when everything just seems like it's at the absolute darkest, that everything can be turned around and solved and fixed, and then unfortunately reality and human instinct and the need to survive and thrive rear their ugly head, and it has a bittersweet, pretty horrible, fun ending with a terrific shot.
Terrific shot.
Yeah, great fucking ending shot.
Yeah. Definitely the best made out of all of these movies.
For sure.
Cheap thrills.
Which we say as I finish my martini.
Oh.
And 2 olives.
Very nice.
Thank you.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let me tell you this, no matter how much money's in that box, I am not sucking his...
Coming up next, we put ourselves through a terrible trivia battle. 1 question per movie each. And whoever fucks this up, has to drink an entire shot glass of hellacious hot sauce, courtesy of Steve Seabury and High River Hot Sauces. Fuck us. See you soon.
Where's the heat?
I'm Shock Taco.
Okay.
Some companies give you a lot less heat in their hot sauce, but at High River Sauces, they provide great flavor and heat to crank up your meal.
I hate broccoli.
Yay, everybody hates broccoli.
High River Sauces, crank up your bottle. Available at all grocery stores.
Well, we're back. We're not happy we're back, but we're back. Time has come for the... Did you do something different with your hair?
No. Why do you keep asking me that?
I don't know what you're talking about. Time has come for the part that we dread the most. We put our money where our mouths are. We talk a lot about torture and thought it's only right if we do it to ourselves. So, courtesy of Steve Seabury and High River Sauces, we have 8 shot glasses with our faces and logo attached to them. 3 different hot sauces, 8 shot glasses, 8 questions each.
Jeez.
I guess we begin. Okay. Question number 1. What was the name of the friend from Australia in The Perfect Host?
Oh, fuck. I actually know this one. Julia.
God damn it. Okay.
The reason I know this one, I'll tell you the reason I know this one is because we have a theory that all Julias in life, actually, not in life, but in fiction, all Julias are shit. The biggest one for me is Julia from The Magicians. Probably one of my least favorite characters ever. Definitely my least favorite character on that show. And there was something else that we watched.
Definitely our least favorite Julia.
There was something else that we watched recently too that wasn't Perfect Host and that wasn't The Magicians, where there was a Julia. And we're like, it makes sense that your name is Julia because you fucking suck. So,
okay. Well done.
Thanks, Julia.
God damn it. All right, you're up.
Okay. What color is the suit AJ Bowen wears in Among Friends?
Ooh.
Got 30 seconds.
Yellow? Is it yellow or orange? Yeah! Awesome.
Those are really
I did not expect to get any of these.
See, that's like one of the things that I remember from Among Friends, other than that and the kind of tutu 80s prom dress that the main girl was wearing is a bright turquoise because I'm a bitch who loves turquoise. Check out my microphone. And I remember AJ Bowen having this hideous baby piss yellow suit. I actually have absolutely no idea what color baby piss is. I'm just kind of trying to get with the most disgusting terminology that I can think of. But yeah.
Solid. All right. Question number 2. What was the blonde doctor's name and which movie is this from?
All right, well, it's obviously from Hunger. Fuck you. I don't know. She's got like some sort of bullshit white woman name. It's like Anna or Anne or...
Wrong. It's Jordan. It's a man's name.
I fucking hate this movie. I fucking hate gender. It's fake. All right, which one is this?
That is High River Sauce's Blood Orange Scorpion Pepper Sauce Rogue.
All right, bottoms up. Cheers, Blaze and Kyle. Wow, wouldn't it be great to have this in your home bar? Drink with us at home.
Order now. Oh. Yar.
Oh.
Yar.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got this?
Okay. I owe you a question.
Oh, no.
What's the name of the detective in Bitter Feast?
Oh, fuck. That's Larry. Larry Fessenden.
That doesn't count.
Why does that not count?
It doesn't count. Shit. You fucked up. His name is...
Oh,
I don't even Coley.
God damn it. Son of a bitch.
Oh.
To Larry.
To Larry. Okay.
That was Hellacious hot sauce.
Which one was that?
Hellacious hot sauce.
Hellacious is a good one. I put that
Great
on
flavor.
tacos before.
Hey, thank you, Steve.
Okay.
Ah!
It's my turn.
Hooray. Oh. Okay. How much did Craig Daniels need for his eviction?
Oh. See, I wouldn't know who the fuck you were talking about if I didn't hear eviction.
Yeah.
With all the COVID going on. I should know what this is. I should know. We're all getting evicted. So, 45.
Son of a bitch.
4,500.
All right. Well,
was that right?
You're right.
Holy shit.
Good job.
I pulled that out of my ass.
Good job.
I was, yeah.
God damn it. All right.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
I think you got this one. I think you're actually gonna nail this one.
Maybe.
List the order in which the dinner party guests die and would you rather? Dinner party guests.
Okay.
Dinner party guests, so you totally got this.
Dinner party guests only.
Yes.
No
30
Bevins.
seconds on the clock.
No Bevins.
No Bevins.
Okay.
Love you, Bevins.
Love you, Bevin. No Bevins. Okay. All right. Dinner party guests. Conspiracy theory man.
Yeah.
Okay. Old lady. Okay. Man who was whipped and beaten.
Okay.
And then, don't be a hero, black man. And, goodbye, Bevins, blam. Trailer Park Boy.
Oh, you got this. 30 seconds. Come on.
Fuck! Trailer Park Boy. Community guy. Did I get it?
You fucked up.
No way.
You left out the premiere star actress.
Oh, Sasha Grey, fuck!
So I'm not even gonna read this question because first of all, it's not listed by the personalities. We would have accepted that, but you totally forgot for fans of the porno, the premiere star actress, Sasha Grey.
Oh, God.
So
damn
I
it.
believe you owe us another shot.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot Sasha Grey. All right, babe, we'll see you on the other side.
Okay.
To the Rogue.
Rogue's a good time. It's very flavorful.
Yeah, it's a good sauce. All right. Wow.
I feel like mine should go over there too. You okay?
Yeah, I'll live. Question number
4.
4.
I think.
Sure.
We're halfway there.
Question number? Question mark? What does Tony use to hit Tara in the throat with, and which movie is this from?
Why are all these questions? Which movie is this from?
Because I was really confused writing them all.
Alright, so Tara and Tony, fuck if I remember who that is. Tara and Tony, be my friends, but then Tara and Tony.
30 seconds on the clock.
Tara would have to be the main. Tara's hitting Tony? Tony's hitting Tara.
Tony hits Tara.
Tony's hitting Tara. That could be fucking hunger for all I know.
30 seconds. Probably.
Okay.
Elapsing.
I'm gonna guess stupid hunger, and I'm gonna say it was a rock.
A wrench and it's vile. Drink your hot sauce.
Which one is this?
That's hellacious.
Hellacious. It was like me trying to say delicious, but it was hellacious. Oh god, I'm so worried about this.
Enjoy.
I'm not gonna enjoy it. I'm straight up having a bad time right now, bro. Fuck, I really want to do this one. Okay. You know why? Because that one was so much thicker than the Rogue.
Yeah. It sits.
It sits. It's actually not as hot. It just sits. Yeah. Jeez. Okay, I got snot in my mouth. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure.
Wait, what?
Are
you leaving? What?
No, I got snot in my mouth, and I can't do this.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's up to you.
Disqualified.
What is it? Does that mean I win? Do I have to do one more question? God damn it. What is the IMDb rating for My Little Eye? How is that fair? IMDb? God damn it. Oh, shit. Alright, 7.2? 5.5. Alright. Oh, fuck me. Ladies and gentlemen, the go home. High River Sauces. Tequila infused hot sauce. With a blast of the chocolate ghost and reaper peppers. This is Thunder Juice. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Steve Seabury.
I forgot my peak pocket.
Ah!